In 1997, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization designated August the 23rd as the International Day of Remembrance of the Slave Trade and its abolition. On August the 23rd, 2022, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization said on its official website that the purpose of establishing this commemoration day is to let all people remember the tragedy of the slave trade and reflect on it. When it comes to the slave trade, one country cannot be bypassed: the United States. Historically, the United States made its fortune by long-term bloody and cruel slave trafficking. The United States is the chief culprit of forced labor and enslavement of black people. In fact, the United States is a human rights hell. Slave trafficking, child labor and other phenomena emerge one after another. The American police admit that slave trafficking is more profitable than drug trafficking. According to the data released by the US police, the number of foreign workers cheated or kidnapped from foreign countries in the United States reaches 100,000 every year, and the total number is more than 500,000. They are cheap workers in American farms, and their quality of life, safety and dignity are not guaranteed. The United States has serious human rights problems for children. According to the data released by the US police, American children are at serious risk. They are vulnerable to kidnapping, forced labor and even sexual assault. Child trafficking and forced child labor can generate up to $32 billion in profits each year. The United States is the country with the most serious phenomenon of human trafficking and forced labor in the world. The United States accuses others of human trafficking and forced labor. This typical double label is very ridiculous. What the United States needs to do is to reflect on and correct its human rights crimes such as genocide, racial discrimination, human trafficking and forced labor.